Hello everyone, the best I could game here, and I got some brand new leaked, in big quotation marks here, news related to Sonic's 3rd anniversary. Now we do know we are getting a brand new 3D Sonic game because, well, we're kind of expecting that. But recently I've discovered, well, a lot of people have also discovered this leak related to the brand new 3D Sonic game that we're going to get sometime this year or early next year. But this leak here, and let me tell you, it's a leak, so take it with a grain of salt. It might not be true at all, but it's sounding believable. I'm just going to be honest, it sounds believable. So without further ado, let's get right into this leak. These days, I've seen that Sonic Rift's supposed leak going around, and I can confirm that that is indeed fake. The only part of that leak that is actually true is that Sonic's design now has a slightly realistic fur texture. Nothing exaggerated, similar to what Nintendo did with Mario Sarah Odyssey, which Odyssey is my favorite Mario game, and I just thought that was interesting that they put so much detail into his hair. And it would make sense if Sega was going to do it, since Sonic in the movie had realistic fur, so that makes sense. And also, they're pushing up to next gen, so the details would probably be better, so this makes sense. This game is a soft reboot with a new voice cast, similar to what Adventure 06 and Colors did. The characters feel like they're younger, they represent their respective ages better. This post was like made 9 months ago, I believe, so you gotta take that into consideration. This is true, it is confirmed true. We're getting a brand new voice cast. Roger Craig Smith left, a whole bunch of other people left. The only one that is still there is Mike Pollock, who is voicing Eggman, which is a good thing. It will lead into a new animated series in 2022 that will have the same voice cast. This series and the game itself have nothing to do with the IDW comics plot-wise, like some people have been hoping and saying. They also have nothing to do with the movie, although Sonic's characterization is similar to it. The people behind Sonic Prime, which is the show, have confirmed that it's having nothing to do with the IDW comics, so this is already sounding pretty true already, since they've gotten a whole bunch of stuff right already. So this game has two playable characters, Sonic and Amy. Their interactions are similar to how they are portrayed in recent media like the IDW comics. It seems that's how Sega likes them to be represented nowadays. That is really interesting, since, you know, we haven't had Amy as a playable character in a mainline game for quite a while, so that's really interesting. Sonic has a new gameplay style. The most similar one would be Lost World, to be honest. There's no running button like in the game. Speed is progressive depending on how much you tilt the stick or how much momentum you have. Parkour makes a return, but it's more of a situational slash scripted ability. The kick isn't here. You can go a lot faster than in Lost World. Areas are openish. Now this sounds like a game I would want. I'm happy that it's doing more of a Lost World thing. Now I've never played Lost World, but from what I've seen of Lost World, it seems more open world and less linear like the recent games are. So I just thought that was really interesting. I'm really happy if this is true. We don't know if this is true or not. It is quite interesting, and if this is true, this already sounds like a perfect Sonic game in my opinion. Amy's gameplay is similar to other 3D platformers, with bigger and more vertical areas than Sonic, and simple combat mechanics with the hammer. There aren't combos, skills, or anything like that. That's a bit disappointing. I really wish they had combos, but I'm fine if they're not doing that at all. There aren't any hub worlds, but there are sort of Zeppelin base where you can talk with other characters, select levels, and check on your collectibles you have so far. I'm a bit disappointed by that, I'm gonna be honest. I like hub worlds, that's just something I like, so this is a bit disappointing. There are new writers in place, the same one that will handle the new series. I don't know who they are, but I've heard that they are people with experience in other TV shows. Now we do know that the old writers have left. We don't know for sure, but from the way they speak in interviews, they left. So that basically confirms that there's new writers for it. So now we do know that one of the writers for Sonic Prime is Justin Peniston, and is it possible that him and the other writers for Sonic Prime will be coming to write Sonic games? I don't know, so we'll just have to see about that. The development is going smoothly. There's been a lot of silence surrounding the game because they want to wait until everything is in place. This is a multiple media project. Also, it took some time to assemble the team for the game, since Sonic Team as it was doesn't exist anymore. It's a brand name more than anything else, so expect a lot of new people to pop up in the credits. That's quite interesting. I don't know a lot of specific story details, but it consists in Sonic, Amy, and Co trying to find and get a certain object before Eggman does. Expect a lighthearted and adventurous tone. I'm down for that. A lot of people want a more dark and serious, but to be honest, that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest. I think that Sonic works best when it's a lighthearted thing, but sometimes it gets serious, and I just think that works better for Sonic than a dark and serious thing, because doesn't really work in my opinion. I have no idea what this game is called, but its codename development name was Sonic Rose. Don't expect it to be like that. It will 100% have a different name, and that makes sense. But also, Sonic Rose kind of makes sense since the main people you play as. It started development with PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch in mind, and a release on those systems. But there will be next gen versions as well, which makes sense because, well, we got the PS5 and Xbox Series X out, so it would be kind of stupid if they were just released exclusively for the last gen consoles. But that's all we have for this one, but we actually have another person adding on to this, so let's get right into that. Yes, that Sonic Rose info is real. The actual title name is Sonic Unlimited. It's supposed to come out next fall, but it might get pushed back to 2022 and not make it to the anniversary. Both the game and the series will revolve around the hedgehog species lore and mysteries, which is why Sonic and Amy become the central figures. The plot of the game has the main crew, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, traveling around the world in a new aircraft built by Tails as they try to find an artifact connected to an ancient hedgehog civilization before Eggman does. It's sort of an Indiana Jones-esque type of adventure. I'm down for that. The game is a revamp of the franchise, but it takes place in the modern continuity. It does not erase what has come before, nor is it an Elseworld type of thing like Sonic Boom was. The rest of the cast makes an appearance, and they'll hop into your flying base as you progress through the story. You could talk to them. They're similar to how you did in Generations. It will introduce a new female antagonistic character deeply related to the moon, heavily inspired by I don't know how to say that. Mythos in Japanese culture. The Netflix series is being developed by Wildbrain and Man of Action in collaboration with Sega, and it will be 3D animated. Now, that is interesting because this was made 9 months ago, before we even knew that there was going to be a Sonic show at all. So the fact that they said that there's a Netflix show coming, it's being developed by Wildbrain and Man of Action in collaboration with Sega, is really interesting, since we didn't know that the show even existed, and they knew 9 months ago. That this is just more proof that this might actually be real. Regarding the game's soundtrack, it has a Sonic Runners feel to it. Now, I love the Sonic Runners soundtrack, so I'm happy that it's sounding a bit like Sonic Runners. Sega really wants this to succeed and to take advantage of the movie's good reception, so they've been taking their time to make sure everything is in line with their expectations of quality, which is something interesting since Sonic Forces was kind of rushed because they spent 2 years on making the engine that they're using to run Forces, and then they just spent a year making the game. This just sounds really interesting. I just really hope this is true because this just sounds like a great Sonic game, and you know, Sonic Forces, I enjoyed it, but it's not a great game. If this game is true, this just sounds so good and sounds better to Sonic Rift. I'm just gonna be honest with you, but we have more information about it, so let's get right into it. Since the first news about recasting in the Sonic Prime show have started to pop up, I think there's no reason to keep more details from getting out there. Yes, Sonic Unlimited is a thing. Here's what I know. It is not a complete reboot, it's just a good entry point for the series and a shift in tone and direction. The most similar game in tone would be Sonic Unleashed. There's a balance between more serious moments and lighthearted ones, which I think sounds perfect for a Sonic game. As previous leakers have said, the game deals with the hedgehog species lore and past. This is something that will also be in Sonic Prime. Yes, that's the self-discovery part mentioned in the show synopsis. There's no boost, that's a good thing. Not even as a limited thing, it just isn't there. I'm really happy about that because boost is kind of getting boring. The new female antagonist is a hare. She uses some sort of spear and almost looks like a dragoon from Final Fantasy. You could say there are 2 new female antagonists if you count Eggman's new minion robot, Tribot. Now, this is interesting. This actually is interesting because we have proof from Sega that this is a thing, and from this account right here from Twitter is the Sonic 20th Twitter account. Now, this is an officially run Sega account. This is from Sega themselves. So, and this is recent. This is like a few days ago recent. Today is February 2nd, so I don't know what that reads. It seems star. By the way, this child has a twin tail. Hashtag Tribot. Now, out of all that, Tribot is there. Tribot is there, and we have an image of Tribot. So since this is a verified account, this just gives more evidence towards these leaks actually being true. I saw one leaker say that the game could maybe get pushed to 2022, and even if that could be true, from what I know, it should be releasing this year. There are no wisps. Now, this part is interesting. I'm really happy that the wisps are gone because, well, the whole point of Sonic Colors is that they're trying to free wisps, and now they're using wisps as weapons. It makes no sense, so I'm kind of happy they're getting rid of that. But you can get limited power-ups with moon shards. They are tied to the plot, and Sonic and Amy can use them because they are hedgehogs. Why just Sonic and Amy are playable if there's other hedgehogs like Silver and Shadow? My exact question. Well, Silver hasn't come back from the future, and a plot point of the game is that the cast doesn't know where Shadow is. Sega also wants to appeal to a wider demographic. Makes sense with the wider demographic, so that makes sense. If Silver went to the future and hasn't come back, that that's interesting. This gameplay feels really good. They've assembled a team that truly understands the balance between speed and control that a Sonic game should have. Now, since they're getting brand new developers from many other leaks, so this makes sense if they actually hire people who understand Sonic. Sonic Mania was a huge success because the people who made it actually understood Sonic, so it makes sense if they started doing that. If you dislike Sonic games having stories, or you think that they shouldn't, then this title will probably not be for you. It's by far the Sonic game with the biggest amount of cutscenes. It is by no means a super cinematic narrative experience, but there is a story here, and it's much more than an excuse to go through levels. There are really good writers involved, with this working very closely with Sega Japan. I'm really happy that it might be a good story, because I want a good story for a Sonic game. Sonic Forces was kind of a lame excuse for a story, I'm just gonna be honest. So I'm really happy if they're having really good writers involved here, kind of like Sonic Prime's having really good writers involved there, so this is already sounding great. Super Forms return, and I won't say much about it to not spoil anything too big, but look forward to it. We haven't had Super Sonic for quite a long time. You know, it made no sense why Super Sonic wasn't in Sonic Forces, but you know, let's just try to forget that. But this is awesome, and since Amy is supposed to be a main character, what if we have Super Amy? But this game already sounds great, if it's true, by the way. I feel like I just have to keep saying that. This is a leak. This is not confirmed true. I gotta make sure that is perfectly clear. But actually, we have some evidence that kind of supports this from a leaker that is very credible. But this is the big leak that a lot of people have been talking about, and I didn't talk about it since there wasn't that much information that was explained about it. It wasn't anything big, but this is from a very credible leaker who has leaked Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Super Mario 3D World coming to the Switch, so I feel like they're very credible here. So what this says is the next 3D Sonic. Okay, this is the bigger one. This is a make or break title for a lot of people, and it's easy to understand why. I'll do the best I can to elaborate what I've heard. What I know, this is not a boost game. Sega has realized that they've done all they can with the formula, so this is allegedly a return to more of an adventure / traditional platformer, which is seen as having much more long-term potential. Full 3D, no hybrid nonsense here. Features return of the spin dash in 3D and character upgrades. There are more playable characters than just Sonic, but I wasn't given specifics as to who they were. Tails, Knuckles, Shadow all seem like valid possibilities. It will be the first game conceptualized by the Sonic pillar in the US. Sega CS2 R&D has had a number of new hires post-Forces, so a number of new devs involved are brand new to the series. Sonic Team is literally nothing more than just a brand name now. No idea if it will be in the marketing or not. This game will be cross-gen, should be on every console under the sun, and a holiday 2020 release is still on track. Last I heard, however, given the very obvious circumstances going around the world, there is still a chance it may slip into 2022. They're willing to give this game all the time it needs. This game is not a tie into the movies at all. Paramount's doing their own thing with Sonic. So this leak, it feels weird, proving that one leak's true with another leak that might not be true. Whatever. So with this leak here from a very credible source, it seems like what the past leaks have said so far in this video match up with what this leak says. No boost, a brand new playable character, a 2021 possible release may get pushed back to 2022, and not a tie-in to the game. So this kind of helps prove that the past leaks are true. But like I said, this is all leaks. We have no idea if any of this is true. I feel like I have to keep saying it. I just want to make sure you guys know. But if this is true, this actually sounds like a really good Sonic game. I'm gonna be honest. If this is true, I'm quite excited for it. It seems like a perfect Sonic game, in my opinion, of course. There's some people saying that this is the SONAMY game, but you know, it makes sense since, you know, Sonic and Amy are playable characters here, the only playable characters, and it's basically they're the main characters of the story. So that could make sense calling it the SONAMY game, or that's the code name that us Sonic fans will be calling it from now on. I don't know why I'm saying us Sonic fans. Probably most Sonic fans won't believe anything I just said, but whatever. Anyway, what do you guys think about this leak? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you believe it? Do you not? Do you want to call me an idiot in the comments? Whatever, it's up to you. That's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.